Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Build a Profit Plan for Your Business. My name is Taylor Tagg. I'm Senior Business Services Coordinator for the City of Memphis, Entrepreneurs Network Center. And we're glad to have you here today to go over this hopefully simple exercise about building a profit plan for your business for 2021. But this is a great opportunity. I've been looking forward to putting on this webinar for some time now. I think in the environment that we're in, this is a great opportunity for you and your business to kind of chart a new road, so to speak, for how you want 2021 to play out. I know that many of you have been searching for new ways to do business in this environment, this COVID environment, and now we have a new opportunity to kind of chart a new course, so to speak. And like I said, things will continue to open throughout the rest of the year, and we want to put you in position, to put your business to capture new business and also plan out, how you want the rest of this year to go. And one of the great ways to do that is to chart your profit and typically what you can do in your business to make good things happen for the rest of the year. So this is hopefully going to be a very simple exercise today, simple webinar. I don't want to throw a lot of information at you. I really want to just focus on this profit plan and creating it for your business. And of course, if you ever have any questions, you know how to reach us. Again, all of our information is down at the bottom of the screen at the Entrepreneurs Network Center. Our number 901-636-9300. And again, if you want to send us an email, bdcinfo@memphistn.gov. Of course, we're always available, to you Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m. Central Time. So either give us a call or schedule an appointment with us. We'll be happy to talk some of this out. But let's get into the nature of the webinar today and why we want to create a profit plan for our business. For many reasons, a lot of entrepreneurs, and I've seen this over and over in talking with you guys over the last year, is that there typically seems to be kind of a feast or famine type of environment. And for a lot of you, it's been a famine environment over the last 12 months. Things have closed down. You've been forced to do business in different ways and find new avenues, to create some income. And it's typically trying to put out fires as they come, one right after the other. Well, that leads to a myriad of problems as we see. But the reason we create a profit plan is to kind of get you out of just putting out fires one day after another and taking a larger look at your business. And so we can begin to plan something and see it from a higher view, a much larger perspective. And then the fact that you may have a product or service in your business and you need to connect the dots, so to speak, to be able to execute your goals for the year. And this profit plan is going to help you do that. And if you haven't had a steady stream of clients and therefore a steady stream of income, say for over the last year, then this profit plan is going to put you in position to begin to create recurring revenues for your business that will ease your mind a little bit. If you're a business owner, you know how it is. It is one thing to be just trying to get a new client or get a new product or get a new customer today and this week. It is another thing when you understand and know that you are going to have a steady stream of clients and income over time, and you put a plan in place to make that happen. It's a whole different feeling and a whole different ball game when you have a little bit more certainty around the potentiality of earning income and when that income may come in. So that's the focus of today's webinar. And then also part of the extension of the profit plan is to create a good marketing plan for yourself. And that's the execution of this profit plan, which we're not going to technically get in today. That's probably another webinar. And matter of fact, if you caught our webinar with Steve Phipps a couple of weeks ago on how to create a one-page marketing plan, of course, that is available on our YouTube channel, OBDC Memphis. go to YouTube and you'll find Steve's webinar there, and you can study his marketing plan, which I encourage you to do. And I'll go ahead and just encourage you to go to our YouTube channel. And every webinar that we've done over the last 7 months is recorded on our YouTube channel. And if you're curious about the topics, I think a couple of weeks ago, we went over how to create an internship with Reggie Manning from New Memphis. Like I said, Steve Phipps has a one-page marketing plan on our YouTube channel. We did 2 sales webinars, one with Eric Urich, who's a business coach, and then Don Farrell on increasing your sales. We've also got videos as well on our OBDC certification process. If you want to get certified with us, we've got a pre-certification webinar on how to get your stuff together to get certified. And then I'm certified what's next. We have that webinar as well. We've done post-COVID comeback for the entrepreneur, part 1 and part 2. Some guy named Taylor Tagg did that one. I don't know who that is. We have our whole Latino series for our Latino entrepreneurs in Spanish on a variety of different topics on our YouTube channel. We've covered integrity-based communications, how to be resilient in your business with Christine Essery, networking, how to networking with Janet Cardona from BNI, who's had a wealth of knowledge, how to increase your nutrition with Miranda Griffin, and then how to avoid entrepreneurial burnout with Mia Earl, just to name a few. We've got a bunch more webinars, so I encourage you to go to our YouTube channel and check those out. Let's get back to the profit plan here then for a minute. And again, if you have questions along the way, they come up along the way, feel free to put that in the Q&A, either Q&A or chat, and I will get to it at the end. And if you like, you can raise your hand. There's a raise your hand button, I think, at the bottom. You can raise your hand, and we'll get you on audio if you want to ask a question to me personally at the end. But let's get back to the profit plan here. And so we want to get you out of this feast or famine kind of mentality. And this is a good way to, whatever your revenue has been over the past year, let's say it's been $50,000, I'm just making something up. This profit plan can essentially almost double your revenue if you utilize it and execute it properly. And again, it's going to connect the dots with your products and services on how to meet your goals, and then hopefully create a more steady stream of clients and then therefore income. And this is just a good way to begin to predict your business going forward. And so I'm excited to kind of share this information with you. Over time, I do review different business plans and what people are doing, entrepreneurs are doing out there. And I did find this information based on an entrepreneur called Rachel Cook. And she kind of presented this, and I found it so refreshing and just so simple that this is the reason I'm sharing it with you and bringing it with you here today. So let's kind of get into some of the details here. Again, this plan is, again, going to help you begin to achieve more in your business and keep the momentum going. If you say, well, Taylor, I don't have any momentum going. Well, let's create some momentum for the rest of 2021 and then beyond. And like I said, again, if you find yourself in a sense of overwhelm or I don't know what to do next, this is going to help. I promise you. And the one thing about entrepreneurship and small business ownership is when you get off track, and that could be no fault of your own. I mean, the COVID thing over the last year it's been a once in a lifetime interruption in a lot of people's lives. And so this is a good way to begin to get back on track. But I also know that difficulty and challenges in our lives also creates opportunities for additional growth and additional expansion in your business. And that's what we're after here. It's not what we've been through, it's where we're going. And that's why we want to chart our profit out for the rest of the year. This does give you the opportunity to kind of get up above your business, get to the 10,000 foot view and see it from beginning to end for the year on one page. And that's important because the mind loves to be in control, right? The mind loves to be in control. So it likes to see the beginning of where you're starting. It likes to see the end of where you're going. And when you don't have an ending in sight and things to begin to break down, that's where you kind of lose your way, and the momentum kind of goes the other way, and you don't quite know what to do next. And that's why we're charting out this plan for the year. And so we're going to talk about the bread and butter of whatever your revenue is in your business. And then hopefully this is a system that you can begin to build that kind of repeats itself over and over. Once you've gone through a year's worth of your business, you've been through a cycle, a fiscal year cycle in your business, you kind of know how things fall into place. Then you can begin to improve on the cyclical nature of your business, so to speak. We're going to get into that a little bit more. So let's jump right into the profit plan itself. And I'm going to take you through an example of a product and a service. So if you have a product-based business, we're going to go through an example there. If you have a service-based business, we're going to go through an example there. And hopefully, if you've got one or the other, maybe you can end up with both by the end of this webinar. We'll see. But this is what a profit calendar looks like. And you can get out a piece of paper right now, and you can make 3 columns and 4 rows. Each little box is signifying a month in your business. And that's as simple as this thing is going to get. But it does give us a tremendous visual look at what we can potentially earn over the course of a year. And up in the right-hand corner there, that is the template that I created for you in this class. If you registered it on Eventbrite for this class, I will send you this template by email, so no problems. And if you're not registered, all you got to do is call the office or send us an email, and I'll get you this template. That's no problem. So let's look at what this thing is and how we can begin to utilize it. So, like I said, we've got a box for each month of the year, and you see there's a signature offer that is in 3 different of those three boxes. So, what is a signature offer? A signature offer is a product or a service that is your bread and butter. It is what you're known for in your business. It's what people ask for time and time again. It's what you know that you serve the highest quality of in your business. And you may have 4 or 5, 10 different products. You may have 4 or 5 different services. You may just have one. But this is your signature offer. And your signature offer is something that is high quality, that when you offer it, you're offering a focus or part of it that no one else is offering. And if you don't have a signature offer, then it's time to get you a signature offer. And again, we can help you with that as well. But it is your product or service that you can charge a premium for because it's high quality. And then also it's an offering that no one else has. We say, well, Taylor, how do I do that? I mean, I've got a bakery, and I've got 10 different things that I offer. And, how do I make a signature offer? Well, we're going to talk about that in just here in a minute. So let me take you through an example of a product as you lay this out so you can kind of see how this works. So I'm just going to use a bakery as an example because I like to eat. I'm thinking about food. It sounds good to me. But you need to tailor what we're talking about here for your own business, and think about that product, the signature product or service that you can offer. But I'm just going to take an example, and the example we're going to go over here is Grandma's special recipe ooey gooey triple chocolate cake. And that is my signature product. It is a recipe that's been in my family for 100 years. My grandma gave it to me. I've created a business around it. It is my signature product, and I charge a premium for it because it's such in demand and people ask for it all the time. They've been asking for it for years. And so in this example, I'm taking my chocolate cake and I'm going to chart out my profit for this chocolate cake for the whole year. Now, this is a profit calendar, meaning it is net of any expenses that we may have, and it's net of the revenue that we're going to generate from this cake throughout the year. So it is the difference between what we're charging and what it costs us to make the cake. And I've already calculated that out. So in this example, as you see, I charge $75 for Grandma's special ooey gooey triple chocolate cake. Why do I charge $75? It may seem like a lot, but it is the product that we're known for. It is what everybody asks for. It's a chocolate cake that I've never tasted anything like it in my life. And people say the same thing. So we charge a premium for it. And in this example, we see that it costs us $15 to make each one of these cakes. So it gives us a net profit of $60 for every cake that we sell. So we're going to chart out how many of these triple chocolate cakes we're going to make over the course of the year. And you see there are very varying differences each month. Well, we want to be able to consider the cyclical nature of our business. When we're going to produce more cakes, when we may produce less cakes, and be able to plan for when we're going to do very well and when we need to focus on doing better. So let's take January, for example. I've calculated that we're gonna bake 50 cakes, sell 50 cakes at a net $60 profit, which is going to generate $3,000 worth of profit in our business. And as we go, you see there are different calculations for each month, which also creates opportunity for you. I know in the bakery business that I'm probably going to sell more triple chocolate cakes in April because that's Easter time, that's gathering time. That's when people are going to come together and people are going to buy more cakes to take to their family Easter gathering. I have calculated in June that I'm going to bake 100 of these cakes. Why? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, I decided to market to church events, and church conferences are really popular in June. And so I'm going to focus on marketing my chocolate cake to church events and church conferences in June because they serve food and they take care of their people. And this is a great opportunity to market to the church offerings. Let's say, for example, if I'm a baker, here's how you create opportunity. I know that 2020 was a disaster for weddings. And say if my business, creates 300 cakes a year for weddings. We know 2020 was not hardly anyone got married. But that also creates pent-up demand. We know that 2021 and 2022 are going to be probably banner years for wedding because everybody that didn't get married in 2020 and was delaying is going to probably schedule and get married in the coming year and a half. So again, I can plan for that and I can get in front of my customer before they make that decision. We know that probably this summer, this fall will be high months for people getting married, which creates a great opportunity for my bakery to sell more wedding cakes. And so once I kind of understand the cyclical nature of how my business operates, and again, if you look down here in the last 2 months of the year for my bakery, Thanksgiving and Christmas will be high dollar months because of family gatherings, people getting together. We know this fall that most people should be vaccinated, and therefore, the gatherings that didn't happen last year probably will happen this year. And the 20 or 30 people of your family members can get together at one time, and that's going to be turned into more cakes for me. So again, if you kind of go over this in your business and begin to put down the points of the cyclical nature of your business, when business is really popular for you and in demand, and when it's not, you can begin to chart out how this goes and how you can do this. And so here's an add-on. This is the 2020 opportunity for me in my bakery. Now I'm just going over one product with you. This is my signature grandma's ooey gooey triple chocolate cake recipe. But I may have 15 products that I sell at my bakery. I may have a great strawberry cake that I sell for $35 because that's not grandma's recipe. I may do cookies and brownies and different pastries and that kind of thing. And so you can do a profit calendar for each one of those products. And then obviously you want to put all that together to understand your potential monthly profit over time. But here's a good opportunity for me as a result of 2020. So obviously my bakery, didn't do so well in 2020. People didn't come to the store, so we just started to deliver some of these goods and bakery goods to people. But here's what I decided to do, and this is the service side of this. As a result of my profit going down in 2020, I started to offer a service to people. And that service is, I've been in the bakery business for 10 years. I kind of know how it is. I know obviously the mistakes to avoid and the overrun costs that are going to eat into your profit. I know where those things are. So what I'm going to do is offer a service in my business, and I'm going to go find one client in January, and I'm going to teach them exactly how to create their own bakery. For a startup entrepreneur that wants to create their own bakery, I'm going to put a program together to teach them how to do that. And I'm going to show you an example of working with 3 people for 1 year, 3 people only. Now you can exponentially get more people than that. I'm just making this simple so you can see how this profit plan works out over time. So I've created a 6-month program to teach people how to run and start their own bakery. And I'm going to charge $2,500 for the program. Or I'll let people pay me over 6 months at $500 a month, which will end up costing them $3,000. So it's going to be a little more expensive to do a payment plan, but that's fine. I'm going to offer a discount for cash up front. But here's how this works. So I find a person in January who wants to create their own bakery. And so I sign them up and I begin the program. And they're paying me $500 a month. So that's going to turn into $500 of profit for January, February, March, April, May, June. And so I've created an additional $500 per month of profit for me every month for 6 months. Well, as part of my signature offer of how to create my own bakery, I'm not going to offer this just once a year. I'm going to offer it in May as well. I'm going to say, okay, we're going to run the same program for more people who want to learn how to create their own bakery. And then we say, Taylor, why would I want to teach somebody to create their own bakery when I've got one myself? Well, you're not going to give away your secret recipes. You're still going to have your own bakery, but you got the experience and the knowledge to teach people how to do this. And so you need to begin to leverage that in your business. And there's plenty of room for bakeries in Memphis and beyond. And we know because of COVID 2020 and bakers that I've talked to, that the people that were just operating locally, say for example in Memphis, now begin to ship their special grandma's recipe cakes, cookies, pastries to other people in the country. They're marketing nationwide now, not just locally. And so this opens, again, the door for you to be able to leverage your expertise in whatever your industry is and teach other people how to begin their own business, say, for example. Or let's say, for example, you didn't want to teach them how to create their own bakery, but you were going to teach a baker how to create their own signature cake, obviously not giving away your own secret recipe. And so you create a program around that. So let's get back to our example here. So in May, I find another person that wants to create their own bakery. And so I sign them up and I begin the 6-month program. And as you see, that person is going to pay me $500 a month in May, June, July, August, and September, and October. And so now I begin to stack and layer these programs on top of each other. And now in May, instead of getting $500 additional income, I've now got $1,000 additional income. And that lasts till June, and the first person drops off. And then again, I've still got revenue coming in. And then in this example in September, I'm going to offer this how to create your own bakery once again. I'm going to market it out, and I find another person that wants to learn how to create their own bakery and again, create additional income for me. And so you kind of see how this works out and lays out over the course of 12 months. This is a great way to conceptualize, find a beginning and an end to your profit, and map it out for an entire year. The best thing about this example and your example is that you're creating, by creating payment plans, you're creating recurring income for yourself month over month, where you know that based on the fact that I'm going to work with 3 clients this year on how to create their own bakeries, I'm going to end up with an additional $9,000 of profit that I wouldn't have had any other way, and I wouldn't have had otherwise had I not created this program. And so this is just a good example and a good way to see in your business, how can you create some additional income and map this out over time so that you're not in overwhelm and you're not just trying to get the next person to sign up, the next client, the next person to buy your ooey gooey triple chocolate cake, or whatever it may be. You've mapped this out, and you're offering your signature product and your signature service at different times of the year. Maybe you offer it 4 times a year. Maybe it's better to offer it 2 times a year. You're creating this whole event around your offering and signing people up, hopefully left and right. And the value, I think, of the value of this is priceless, because it creates a picture. And even if you're not picture oriented, you can still feel that you've got momentum and you've got a place to go. Then as the year goes on and you figure out what your actual sales are, you can compare it to this profit plan and see where you are either not doing as well or need to improve. Maybe it's some of your advertising or promotion to sign up additional clients. This is a good way to understand where you may be falling short. And again, that's one of the difficulties of entrepreneurs and small business owners. When it begins to break down, they don't know where the problem is. They just think, well, I just haven't talked to enough people. Well, maybe it's you haven't talked to enough of the right people to be able to get them into your business and buy your product or service. So again, this is a very simple example, but I wanted to show you again, here's the combination of your signature product and your signature offering in this example. And again, these are our cakes, our grandma's special recipe cakes, and also the service that we're offering on how to create your own bakery. And so again, we're offering both of these in January, in September, May and September. And it's three times a year. But again, you can plan this out. And so this could potentially create some very big months for you. Let's look in total at November and December here. And you see that Thanksgiving and Christmas, obviously for a bakery, is going to be very, very profitable. And just based on our chocolate cake alone, we're going to sell 125 cakes, which is going to create $7,500 in profit for us. In addition to our signature offering, and a client that we're working with on how to create his own bakery is another $500. So that's an $8,000 month for us. We see December, we've projected 175 cakes at $60 net profit per cake. That's in addition to our signature offering, our service is an $11,000 month. And that's just on one product and one service. What if you had 8 different products and 2 or 3 different services? This could exponentially expand for you as well. So this is really just a good example, and I wanted to show this to you because this is so simple to do. And again, if you got a piece of paper, make some columns, and begin to chart this out for yourself right now. We've seen this in these examples that it could be, you could have $10, $15, $20,000 months or more in your business because you're able to chart this out. And here's something I haven't even talked about yet. So I've understood that in my bakery business, that June's going to be a really good month for me because I've networked to all the churches out there in their conferences. November is going to be a great month for me because it's Thanksgiving. December is going to be a better month for me because it's Christmas. And so this gives me an additional opportunity to go back and let's take one of the lower profit months. Let's go to let's go to May here. So I know that that's probably going to be a lower profit month for my ooey gooey cake business. So why can't I just create an event around chocolate cake? Let's say, for example, I come up with May wedding specials. So May's a pretty good month for weddings. I come up with a May wedding special for this chocolate cake. And I'm going to say that as a result of that cake, I want to plan on selling 25 more cakes for that month for weddings that are potentially happening. So where would I go? I probably would go network and market with wedding planners who are getting these weddings together, and they're trying to put it all together. And maybe they don't have a caterer, or maybe they don't have a cake company. Again, this creates additional opportunity for you to create an event, create something new for your product or service. So I'm going to focus on selling 25 more cakes in May, and that probably can double my profit for that profit line. So instead of selling 25 cakes in May, I'm going to sell 50. And instead of making $2,500 in profit, I'm going to make $5,000. So seeing this on one page, it does change the way you think about how you're going to approach your business, your product or service. And so I wanted you to be able to see this and begin to create this for yourself in your line of business. And again, I want you to know that we're here at the Entrepreneurs Network Center to help you figure some of this stuff out. If you're unsure about your own product or service, or if you do not have a signature product or a signature offering, then please let us know, and we'll help you flesh that out, is my point. So let's lay this out. Why would you want to create this profit plan for the rest of the year? Well, if you don't have a definite signature product or service, and you don't have an aspect of your product or service that no one else is offering, then let's come up with that, because that's a great marketing piece. And that helps to eliminate some of the competition that you're facing right now. If you're telling people about your great chocolate cake that no one else is talking about, it's grandma's special recipe, and no one else has got grandma's special recipe other than you. That's what you need to be focusing on when you're marketing your product or service. And so let's figure that out if you haven't figured it out yet. And then let's get clear about potential profit that we can earn based on the cyclical nature of our business and how that can flow throughout the year. If there's some lulls in our product or service, let's figure out some new events and opportunities you can create to get those numbers up for those periods that are lower than others. And then let's get clear about this, and then let's lay it out. Let's draw the profit calendar up for the entire year on one page, understanding the seasonal times of your business, where it's going to be more in demand, where it's going to be less in demand. And this is what happens when you do this. You're able to get in front of the decision times of your customers. So let's take, for example, we're going to focus on weddings and selling grandma's chocolate cake for weddings. Well, we know that the wedding season June, July, August is going to be really hot. And we know that right now, people are still unsure about when to have their weddings. But the people that get vaccinated in the next, say, 2 or 3 months are probably going to feel a lot more comfortable going ahead with their wedding plans. And we know that now in March and April, they're going to be making these decisions. And so you're going to find your potential customer out there. You're going to be marketing your grandma's special chocolate cake for your wedding right now, because this is the time for their decision making about their summer plans, or maybe into the fall. And so this can help you figure out your customer decision times and be more proactive in your marketing around that. And then once you kind of laid this out for the year, then you're going to be willing to adjust and adapt this plan based on what you learn, based on how your actual results happen. And you're going to be able to chart now what actually is happening with your revenues and expenses and profit versus this plan, and then to be able to adjust accordingly. So it's simple in concept, and I'm showing you this because I think it's just a great exercise to go through. If you're serious about trying to double your revenues for this year, double your profits, I would encourage each one of you just to simply get out a piece of paper right now and begin this process. And then, of course, if you have any questions, you're free to call us. Feel free to email us. Feel free to make an appointment with us to talk this out. An example of the template that I created for this webinar. And again, you're going to get it by email if you signed up. If you need it and you didn't sign up, register, then just email or call us and we'll get it to you. No problem. And again, what's the advantage of putting this all together? And again, I think it's a beautiful opportunity for you to plan out if you feel like you've been overwhelmed or just putting out fires day after day, trying to just make it through the end of the month. This is a great way to expand perspective on your business and plan this out in the future. This also may increase your ability to come up with new avenues. Like I said, I took a bakery product, and created a service around that based on my knowledge and experience. And I'm going to challenge you to do the same thing. What knowledge and experience do you have in your industry, in your business right now, you can teach to other people and charge a fee for? And charge a nice fee for too. That's the challenge to us all, to kind of figure out how we can deliver our products and services in more ways. And that's going to continue to be the challenge, because even though we're going to open up this economy and people are going to go back to in-person meetings, in-person trainings, going into stores, buying and selling things and interacting once again, there is an online component that's not going to go away. And so if this is forcing you to get online with your business, your product or service, then that's a great thing, because that offering is still going to be relevant 5 years from now. There's just an aspect of this that's just not going to go away. And that means maybe you create an online program based on your knowledge and experience, and you can teach other people. Maybe how to open your own bakery becomes an online program that people can follow over a 6-month period, and get individual coaching from you that they'll pay the $3,000 because they're serious about it and it's time for them to do their own thing, and you have the knowledge and experience to make that happen. And so again, it's an opportunity. That's what we're here to try to help you create new opportunities in your business, to see things from a different perspective, to expand how you're looking at your business right now. And this creating this profit plan, profit calendar is one way to do that. So, and again, we're focused on trying to creating recurring profits, recurring revenues month after month that can be charted out, planned out. I do want to thank you for being here and going through this little exercise with me. And again, hopefully this has sparked a new idea for you, or to help you see your business in a new way. And again, we are available here to help you go through that process, even if it's just to bounce off ideas of what's possible for you. We encourage you to continue through this exercise and create your profit plan for 2021. And so again, we want to thank you for being here, and keep OBDC in mind when you're going through your business needs and resources. We have, again, available resources to the entrepreneur who are still struggling with COVID losses. We still have resources available that we could recommend to you. And so, again, let us know and create that profit plan for 2021. I think would be a wonderful, wonderful exercise for you. And here's wishing you the best. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.